All right, we've had months of delays, but today will be an emotional day for basketball fans as the 2020 class was finally inducted into the Hall of Fame with a special tribute to the headliner, Kobe Bryant, no doubt the top name among some of those you see here. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Rudy Tomjanovich, Tamika Catchings, and Eddie Sutton are some of the other inductees. Brandon, Scoop Robinson joins us now to talk about the ceremony and the big weekend. Scoop, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. As always, what a great day to celebrate 2020 inductees. COVID did a number. We're celebrating now. Kobe Bryant was the headliner, as you mentioned.
All right, let's start there with Kobe Bryant. Kobe retired, no doubt would have been inducted regardless of what happened with his untimely death last year. What does Kobe leave behind, and what does this moment really mean for his family?
Legacy. I think in a world today where many people are afraid to follow their dreams, Kobe Bryant told folks that was what he was going to be, the greatest, coming out of Lower Merion High School, becoming the 13th overall pick in the 1996 NBA draft. And it was almost like his wife, during her speech for Kobe, was giving an oral account of just what basketball meant to him and what it meant to stay true to your roots. Kobe's untimely death definitely shook the basketball world, but it was good to not only see Vanessa talk on his behalf, but Michael Jordan escorted her up the stage, a person he looked up to greatly.
Let's move down the list as we now talk about Tim Duncan, who I regard as probably the best true power forward position player of all time. You go Kobe, then you go Tim. This is really an unbelievable class.
Yes, definitely. Tim Duncan, some older heads may argue with you about Karl Malone, but ultimately Tim Duncan had the rings to support that. A guy who followed his passion, 97 draftee. He talked reverently about Greg Popovich's impact on him, being able to pick up a basketball late in his career. Tim Duncan, arguably one of the best power forwards to ever lace them up. And the Spurs are just a classy organization, playing high school basketball, going to Wake Forest and, taking the league by storm. Arguably took the baton after Michael Jordan retired the second time.
I want to go now to Tamika, and what she did for Team USA was something special, but also the path that she paved for women in the sport of basketball.
Yeah, Tamika Catchings, her speech at the induction was really breathtaking. A young lady who had a hearing issue, a speech impediment, and defied all odds in achieving her goal. And from the state of Illinois, moved to the state of Illinois in Michael Jordan territory. She mentioned Michael Jordan during her speech, but she's definitely someone who took the advice of Pat Summitt, who respected the peers who came before her. It was really cool to see Tamika Catchings do that, and then work in front office basketball now within the WNBA. Tamika Catchings is definitely, in my opinion, a top 5 to top 10 WNBA player to ever lace him up.
As we go to the college ranks now, Eddie Sutton has a close place in my heart. He coached for the Arkansas Razorbacks, my favorite collegiate team, also going to Oklahoma State. But Eddie Sutton, again, a trailblazer when you talk about college basketball.
Agreed. And it was interesting hearing, even Rudy Tomjanovich, another coach who was honored. One of the themes that was really discussed in both Eddie Sutton's enshrinement as well as Rudy Tomjanovich's was how much family sacrifices in order for people like them to follow their dreams. And, that was a similar theme while Eddie Sutton was honored. And yeah, man, Arkansas definitely had a good gem in Eddie Sutton. It was good to watch his enshrinement as well.
Tomorrow, the Hall of Fame will open up its newly minted building. What do you think that's going to look like when you talk about this class? And again, I'm assuming Kobe Bryant will have a very heavy presence there at the newly renovated Hall of Fame.
Well, taking a cursory look on social media, I saw glimpses of the Kobe Bryant memorial. Vanessa Bryant, his wife, it was actually some of her ideas were on display in Springfield, Massachusetts. I would expect it to be more interactive. I would expect it to obviously have more things that you may have not seen before. And, also you'll be seeing maybe a press conference tomorrow. Ben Wallace is a person who will be in the 2021 class, and it'll be interesting. As as they renovate the hall, one thing I would suggest is to get more interactive with video games. NBA Jam is a game that should be in the Hall of Fame if they start honoring video games as well.
Brandon Robinson, I don't do this for everybody, but he's one of my favorite follows on Twitter. Give him a follow. It is at Scoop B. Scoop, thank you, man.
Aaron, thanks for having me as always.
You got it.